Hello everyone. Welcome back. This morning I'm going to read the opening passage of Norton Juster's The Phantom Tollbooth. I find this opening passage to be quite delightful, and it's worth studying for any writer who is interested in efficient character introductions. This opening passage gets straight to the point, and it's just bursting with feeling and with a certain universality that I think can resonate with a lot of young readers. But I also think this book holds a lot of resonance for older readers as well, because I find there's a lot in this opening passage of Norton Juster's book that really resonates with me personally, as a 30-year-old man trying to navigate the modern world in 2025. And this book came out in 1961. So I think it's fair to say that Norton Juster had some prescient feeling about the way many people were going to experience the world. Of course, he is writing about kids in the 1950s or the 1960s, but I think this book really has relevance and resonance with today's world. So without further ado, I'm going to now read the opening passage of Norton Juster's The Phantom Tollbooth. That's the title page there. This copy has some really wonderful illustrations by Jules Pfeiffer. Chapter 1. Milo. There was once a boy named Milo who didn't know what to do with himself, not just sometimes, but always. When he was in school, he longed to be out, and when he was out, he longed to be in. On the way, he thought about coming home, and coming home, he thought about going. Wherever he was, he wished he were somewhere else, and when he got there, he wondered why he'd bothered. Nothing really interested him, least of all the things that should have. It seems to me that almost everything is a waste of time, he remarked one day, as he walked dejectedly home from school. I can't see the point in learning to solve useless problems, or subtracting turnips from turnips, or knowing where Ethiopia is, or how to spell February. And since no one bothered to explain otherwise, he regarded the process of seeking knowledge as the greatest waste of time of all. As he and his unhappy thoughts hurried along, for while he was never anxious to be where he was going, he liked to get there as quickly as possible. It seemed a great wonder that the world, which was so large, could sometimes feel so small and empty. And worst of all, he continued sadly, there's nothing for me to do, nowhere I'd care to go, and hardly anything worth seeing. He punctuated this last thought with such a deep sigh that a house sparrow singing nearby stopped and rushed home to be with his family. Without stopping or looking up, Milo dashed past the buildings and busy shops that lined the street and in a few minutes reached home, dashed through the lobby, hopped onto the elevator, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and off again, opened the apartment door, rushed into his room, flopped dejectedly into a chair, and grumbled softly, "Another long afternoon." He looked glumly at all the things he owned, the books that were too much trouble to read, the tools he'd never learned to use, the small electric automobile he hadn't driven in months, or was it years, and the hundreds of other games and toys, and bats and balls, and bits and pieces scattered around him. And then, to one side of the room, just next to the phonograph, he noticed something he had certainly never seen before. And that's the opening passage of Norton Juster's The Phantom Tollbooth. Thanks for listening.